She looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Why do men act like they own women?" That came right after I asked her not to take a trip with her ex-boyfriend. So I updated my relationship status to single without saying another word. I'm Darren Hole, 29 years old, and for the past 4 months, I've been trying to sort through the emotional debris left behind by the woman I thought I'd spend the rest of my life with. Just a few months back, I had a fiancée. We lived under the same roof, shared bills, dreams, and plans of future. We had been together for 4 years and engaged for 6 months. I truly believe we were laying the foundation for a lasting life together. Now here I am, alone in a new apartment, sipping lukewarm coffee in silence, watching as her name flashes across my phone screen with messages I no longer care to read, while the picture-perfect image she portrayed online starts to fall apart piece by piece. And strangely, instead of heartbreak, I feel liberated. Let me take you back. Her name was Leah. Strikingly beautiful, highly intelligent, driven. A woman whose laughter could make heads turn in a crowded bar. We weren't flawless, no couple is, but I thought we had something solid. She stood by me when life got messy, and I did the same for her. I truly believed we were on the same page. That was before Adrian came back. Adrian was her college boyfriend. They shared a 3-year history. Early in our relationship, I noticed her expression shift ever so slightly whenever his name was brought up, a fleeting look I couldn't quite interpret. I never questioned it. Everyone has a past, and I respected that. Then in March, Adrian returned to town for a job at some tech startup. From that point on, he was suddenly around all the time, at group dinners, weekend gatherings, board game nights. And always with a casual, "Oh, Adrian's coming, too. Hope that's okay." It wasn't okay, but I bit my tongue. I've never been the jealous or controlling type. I believed in her, trusted her. That was my first mistake. Then the patterns began to shift. Out of nowhere, Leah became obsessed with fitness. She started waking up before sunrise for 5 a.m. CrossFit classes, spent hundreds on new gym gear weekly, and flooded her socials with inspirational workout quotes and flexing selfies. This was the same woman who hadn't lifted a single weight in 2 years. Suddenly, it was all beast mode and grind season. Then came the secrecy. Her phone, once carelessly left on the kitchen counter or living room table, was now glued to her side. Face down, notification silenced. She guarded it like it contained state secrets. If I passed behind her while she was texting, she'd subtly angle the screen away from me. But the real turning point came on a Thursday night over dinner. She nonchalantly mentioned that Adrian had invited her to a weekend retreat at Lake Tahoe. Just the two of them. She twirled her fork in the pasta and called it a networking event. I blinked. What kind of networking event involves a weekend away with your ex? I asked. Her eyes narrowed. Why are you acting so weird about this? Adrian and I are just friends. It's not what you think. Then she let it slip. She hadn't told me earlier because she knew I'd react like this. That was no longer just a red flag. It was a giant blinking sign in neon. Still, I kept my voice calm, maybe too calm. I don't think it's appropriate for you to go on a solo weekend trip with your ex. That crosses a basic line in any relationship. She rolled her eyes, as if I were some strict parent grounding her for staying out late. "Fine," she snapped. "I won't go." But she wasn't fine, not even close. She stormed through the apartment that entire night, banging cabinet doors, shooting icy stares, and wrapping herself in a cloud of silence. The next morning, I woke up around 5:30 a.m. to find the bed empty. Her gym bag was missing, so it was a small suitcase she claimed to have unpacked earlier in the week. Then came the kicker. An hour later, I checked Instagram. There it was, her smiling face in an airport selfie. Sunglasses on, coffee in hand. Caption, "Why do men always think they own you? Living my best life." Her friends went wild in the comments, showering her with fire emojis, crown emojis, and all sorts of Yas Queen nonsense. I didn't respond. No text, no reaction. I just stared at the screen, letting the reality of what I was seeing settle in. This wasn't a lapse in judgment. It was a deliberate decision. That Saturday morning, I logged into Facebook, switched my relationship status to single, and powered off my phone. After that, I laced up my shoes and went for a run, the first step in mentally planning my exit. When I finally turned my phone back on, all hell had broken loose. 30 missed calls, over 200 messages, notifications like, "Babe, what's going on? Why did you change our status? This isn't funny. Fix it now. You can't do this to me while I'm away. Mia's having a meltdown. Her best friend saw your post. This is heartless. I can't believe you do this." All because I had asked for a simple boundary. I turned off my phone again, spent the rest of the weekend packing her things into boxes, wiping down the apartment, and mentally letting go. I was finished. That Sunday night, I did something I hadn't done in years. I messaged Casey. Casey was this sharp-witted, funny girl from my gym. We had always shared playful banter in passing. Once, half jokingly, she told me, "If your situation ever changes, hit me up." So I did. "Hey, random question. Are you free this week? Want to grab sushi?" She replied in under 60 seconds. "Wait, are you serious? How's Tuesday?" While Leia was busy trying to patch up the fallout from her weekend getaway, I was setting up my first date in 4 years. And honestly, it was amazing. Casey didn't once glance at her phone. She was engaged, curious, laughed at my terrible jokes, and made me feel like I mattered. Around 9 p.m., I finally checked my phone. 23 missed calls from Leia. Her Instagram story, now just a black screen with a message. "Going through a lot right now. Please respect my space." The irony was thick. When I got back home, there she was, sitting on the steps outside the building. Makeup streaked, eyes swollen from crying. "You ignored me for 3 days, she said quietly. I replied, "You flew off with your ex after I told you I wasn't okay with it." Her voice trembled. "I came back early. I left because you changed our relationship status." "No," I said firmly. "You left because I drew a line. You didn't respect it. That's not love." That's when I handed her the formal 30-day notice. The apartment lease was in my name. I had every legal right to do so. Her face went white. "You've been planning this?" "No," I answered. "I've just stopped pretending everything's fine. There's a difference." The weeks that followed were rough. She refused to leave. She turned cold and sarcastic, then seductive, then desperate. She begged. She cried. Even had her mother call me, pleading for another chance. And then karma showed up in the form of a woman named Emma. Emma was Adrian's girlfriend. Yes, girlfriend. They had been together for 8 months. She reached out to me with receipts. Literally, she had everything. Screenshot of their messages, flirtatious texts, explicit photos. Proof that the work trip was a lie. Adrian had booked a romantic suite for 2. No business partners. No investors. Just a cover for cheating. Emma had one goal, confront them. But I had a better idea. Let them implode on their own. And implode they did. Turns out, Emma's father owned the company Adrian worked for. After she submitted the evidence, along with a report that Adrian had been offering unethical pricing favors to Leia's company, he was suspended and promptly fired. Leia? She lost her job too. Now they were both unemployed, broke, and officially together on Instagram, while crashing at Leia's sister's cramped apartment. Meanwhile, I was thriving, got a promotion at work, started dating Casey, and enjoying a peaceful, drama-free life for the first time in years. Last week, Leia messaged me, "Can we talk?" We met at a nearby Starbucks. She looked tired. Nothing like the polished version of herself that used to light up Instagram. The filters couldn't help in real life. She admitted everything. It was a mistake. I messed up. I want to come back. I didn't sugarcoat it. There's nothing left to come back to. I told her. She pleaded. "After everything? All these years? You're just walking away?" "No," I said. "You did. Every time you lied, kept secrets, or made me feel like I was crazy for setting boundaries. I just finally stopped chasing after you." She cried again. I left, and this time I didn't turn around. As for me, Casey and I are still seeing each other. She jokes that she should send Leia a thank you card. Last week we went bowling. She's hilariously bad at it, but laughs the whole time. And me? I've come to understand that not everyone needs revenge. Some people just need to face the fallout of their own decisions. Sometimes, setting your status to single isn't quitting. It's reclaiming yourself.